Hi! I've gotten a ton of work done in the last couple of months. I went on vacation for a little while, so not a ton of stuff has happened, but I just totally contradicted myself. Anyway, so I've got a couple things to show off. I've got a new visual look. I decided to go a bit more low poly, actually totally low poly, just because it's way easier to deal with. It's way easier to do stuff in Blender with, and there's a lot more tutorials online and stuff like that. So here we've got the outdoor area of the game, and it's going to be a big explorable island that has like a ton of little features on it. The first feature that I've made so far, there's several features all over the island, but the first one that I've made so far is this little box that's going to lead into a health pickup after an arena fight over there. So if you come over here, you'll see that there's this castle type looking thing, and I know it kind of looks like crap. I might change the colors on it and stuff like that and add some particle effects, but for now it's just basic geometry. There's an indoor area there, and there's no way to get in unless you're very late game, and then you can propel yourself up into the air and shoot yourself into there. But for now, you'll have to go through this little beached house is what I call it, the beached house challenge. And inside is kind of like a little bit of a puzzle area. You've got to push these boxes to block the lasers. No enemies at this first part. And once you block the lasers, you can proceed up to the next floor. Not exactly super complicated, but I might change that. You can't pick up the boxes or anything, so if you mess up, you have to leave and then come back to reset it. I might change that as well. So second floor is not done yet. And then you'll need to come up here and jump off the edge. And then you get into this arena where you get into a battle, probably waves of enemies. And once you beat them, you get an HP upgrade. Great. If we zoom out here, you can see on the other side of the island, way over here, there's a set of jumping puzzles where if you get up on top, there's a missile upgrade up here. I've actually got most of the game planned out on paper, so I've been working on implementing it big time. Okay, so there's a big island here, and there's several caves that lead into the underground system. But this is one area of the game. Similar, if you ever played Metroid, there's zones. There's like a lava area. There's like a cave area, underwater area, more of an alien area. Very similar here, except each area will be different. There's going to be a Metroid-like area with different rooms that you enter. There's this big outdoor area. There's a void area, which I'm going to show you. So the void looks like, well, I'll hit play and show you. Void looks like this. There are these creepy tentacle aliens that chase after you. The AI is not super great right now, but yeah, you can kill them. Basically, it'll be like a big explorable area, similar to the normal style of Metroid, where there'll be a path right here into a separate room, and then you'll be able to fall down, and there'll be some floating rocks and geometry. This part is very early, but I'm loving the way that it looks. I like how it just looks crazy weird. I want to go for like a Lovecraftian vibe. Okay, great. So then we've got, I think, what's the major portion of the game where most of the bosses will be, and it's the underground section. As soon as it loads up, I will show. Oh, it did load up. So if I hit play here, again, the shadows aren't baked very well, so it kind of looks like crap right now. This is near where you begin. You'll have the jump upgrade already, but no gun yet. So once you enter this area, and this door is going to be redone as well. What the hell? Why is that there? That's not supposed to be there. You've got these little drone enemies that don't hurt you, but just sort of patrol around the area. They'll be making a little bit of noise. That monitor will be smaller. There'll be some props in the corners and stuff like that. Lighting will be a little bit dimmer. You enter this room and you immediately notice that you can't get back up here. You can only go one direction, not the band, the direction, obviously. So then once we enter this area, this is going to be the first boss fight. right here. Oh, I accidentally disabled it, so let me put my player there so that we can take a look at what the first boss is going to be like. So the way the first boss actually works is that the first 60 seconds that you fight him, you can't kill him because you don't have a gun. The gun is actually the upgrade you get for passing the boss. So there's going to be a room right here, and once you pass through 60 seconds of surviving, you get the gun, and then you can come back and kill the boss. After 60 seconds, the boss kind of powers down and the lights go off, and once you get the gun, the power comes back on. So if I go into world, oh, this is the wrong world. This is the old one. If I go into world and go into the boss room and then enable the boss and hit play, you'll see here the boss begins. The top portion isn't done yet. It's actually going to shoot you and say different stuff, but the bottom portion is basically a set of 3 repeating attacks, and you'll have to shoot the top portion to actually kill it. If you come close, you get knocked back. You'll get knocked back and hurt, and there's nowhere in the room to hide, so you'll constantly have to be dodging these lasers as well as dodging whatever attacks. The first phase should be pretty easy. It'll be 60 seconds of survival. No enemies will be spawned or anything like that. After the first phase is done and you grab the gun and come back, then the top portion starts shooting way more shots. It starts spawning enemies and stuff like that. It will be a lot harder. So yeah, that's where I am right now. I can also show off, this is a very, very, very early model. It was actually one of the first models I made in Blender. If we go, there's here, I'm going to show you an example of a save room. It's obviously not done yet, but like the scale and the animation is going to be changed. But if I hit play here, oh, I forgot to disable the boss. Oh well, whatever, you're going to see a security system thing at the bottom. So this is a save room. If you go up into the light, you'll see game saved, and these things will come down and spin around. I don't know where the hell that guy is coming from. And then open up and let you out. And then once you die, you load up there, and you'll basically get a very similar animation to what we just saw. I'm probably going to lower the scale of this and redo a couple things. It's actually the first model I've ever rigged as well. I don't think I actually needed to rig it. But yeah, this is the current status. I've got a couple more things, a couple more scenes and stuff like that. A bunch more sections. I've got most of the game planned out except for some where I'm putting some of the upgrades and stuff like that. Not the major upgrades, but you know, like missile amounts and health amounts and potentially extending your mana bar or whatever. As well as the shops. I haven't totally sealed the deal on the shops, so I'll have to figure that out as well. But the main progress of the game is done. So yeah, until next week, let me know if you have any suggestions or anything like that. Let me know visually what you'd like to see. I'm obviously a programmer, and this is all programmer art. You can obviously see seams in the walls, and that's super hard to fix. And the light baking is like super low right now, which kind of sucks. But that will change later on. Right now, just trying to make it look, you know, visually not garbage, and later on polish that up. Okay, till next week.